celebration got way out of hand last night in College Park, and police say more arrests are coming. Mobs of students set fires and tore down signs after the University of Maryland's basketball team beat Duke. Well, today students are complaining that some officers went too far. Fox 5's Sherry Lee is live in College Park with the latest. Sherry?
Well, Sean, the University of Maryland tonight says that some of those rioting students could be suspended or expelled from school. In all, 28 people were arrested last night, and police say they expect more arrests to come. Now, more than 1,000 students, people took to the streets right here on Route 1 in College Park, and when police moved in, there was mayhem.
Students stood in the middle of Route 1 celebrating the Terps' victory over Duke. In this YouTube video, you see the mob surround a bus. Police say they rocked it, trying to tip the bus over. The crowd set fires to garbage cans and a tree. Others ripped down street signs. Police in riot gear and on horseback were pre-positioned in the area in case things got out of hand. And they moved in when police say the crowd refused to obey orders to disperse. Police say the mob threw bottles and projectiles at officers, some from rooftops. Officers then used pepper spray and fired rubberized pepper balls at the crowd to restore order.
It was crazy. I got pushed by one of the SWAT team guys. They were just attacking people that weren't even doing anything. And it was just not necessary.
Why come down to College Park, set fires, throw things at police officers, attack police officers, destroy property, try to overturn buses, overturn cars? Totally unacceptable.
Now, most of those arrested were students, and 4 people who were arrested, police say, did have some minor injuries. An officer was also hurt, police say, when somebody punched him in the face. Now, tonight, police tell us they are going to be looking at some of that video we just showed you from YouTube and any other evidence that they can find to identify and charge any other rioters. Sean?
Sherry Lee live in College Park. Sherry, thank you. Now, the last time that Maryland students rioted was back in 2006 after the women's basketball team won the national championship. Following that incident, the university changed its student code of conduct to say students can face academic discipline for riot-related behavior on or off campus.
This footage was compiled to show why it's necessary for the Prince George's County Police Department to be in College Park following Maryland-Duke basketball games and remind you of the events of past years. It is not intended to excuse or minimize the recent actions of our officers. We commit approximately 100 officers to every game between Maryland and Duke. Because of the history of violence, destruction, and disregard for law and order following these games. These acts are committed by individuals who are part of the huge crowd of young adults that take over College Park after the game. These are not children misbehaving. This is not youthful indiscretion and exuberance, but adults willfully disobeying lawful orders to disperse and blatantly engage in riotous, destructive, chaotic behavior. Claims that this is simply innocent celebration are false. Whether Maryland wins or loses, the event is used as an excuse to engage in this type of behavior. Not all are there to cause problems, but some use this as an opportunity to destroy public property, set fires, and participate in overall mayhem. Public property means paid for by the taxpayers. The reported amount of monetary loss stemming from these riots exceeds the hundreds of thousands of dollars, which is in addition to the hundreds of thousands spent in overtime and personnel to plan and deploy for them. On one occasion, a store owner was grabbed and dragged out of his store into the street. Our department has a responsibility and a duty to protect the rest of the public from actions like this. We're not there because we want to be, we're there because we have to be.
It's been 11 days and frustration is growing in College Park over vandalism and violence. Off-campus fires following Maryland's Final Four loss to Duke caused nearly $325,000 in damage. Stacy Cohan is in College Park, where neighbors are holding authorities responsible.
That's right. Tonight was really the first opportunity they had, Gordon, the College Park residents, to actually take aim at police for what they say was a failure to prevent violence and vandalism on the night of March 31st. But interestingly enough, they didn't want to talk just about the Final Four game. In fact, they said there is an overwhelming problem of lawlessness here in this college town.
In 2 hours that I was outside, I never saw a single policeman on my side of the fire.
Enraged College Park residents demanded answers at a packed town meeting, complaining police stood by as a mob mentality seized the streets after the Final Four loss to Duke on March 31st.
And they weren't out there. They left residents to fend for themselves.
University President Dan Moak took some heat as well for a pre-game comment he made to the school newspaper, saying it was okay for students to burn stuff as long as it was their own property. You regret making that comment?
Well, certainly. As it turned out, you don't want to have even a humorous comment like that, and so it's one I'd like to not have, but that's what I said.
Residents also claim the March 31st fires are only an extreme example of what they call a subculture of lawlessness on and off campus year-round. As county and campus police now vow to increase joint patrols, Police Chief John Farrell says the real issue is university discipline.
In my view, many were drunk and just basically took the burning, which I happen to disagree with anyways. I think they ought to get rid of the burning on campus, off campus. This controlled burning is wrong. Let them go to fireworks or something like that.
Now, both officials from the law enforcement side and residents said that it is only a small portion of the students here at the University of Maryland that partook in